It's rolling on it. What is it? What is it?
Purchase your tracks today.
Know the people been waiting for a minute for something authentic. Came in the truth and bossed in it, made niggas regroup. Had to shed light on the false image. UPK whole court. Now who the fuck won scrimmage? 2 words for soft niggas. What is good riddance? Don't affiliate with feminine symptoms. I know you feel me, nigga. This a death threat to hip hop. You don't stop that weak shit, I'ma mix your lean with some Grimlock. When the last time you heard it this raw? What I wish for's when the earth inherited by the piss poor. We been to war, them the ones I'm taking risks for. Ain't got no pics or no cars to hold. Holy angels watch my steps, them Glock guard my soul. Can't let them leave my body cold. I know you feel me, nigga, let the wicked weep and the meek prevail. God never been 50-50, I shall now awake and sleep a cell. Let the righteous cry, silence the pretender. A rebel without a cause, as long as I remember. Not taking the kingdom, the only thing on my agenda. Can't avoid me, nigga. Middle finger to the ones that try to destroy me. Revenge of beauty, I'm a beast. I told the bitch she can't eat unless she join me for dinner. My God ain't got no regard for a sinner. One call fall on him like timber. I know you feel me, nigga. In the eyes of terror, I stand still. Go to work for the colony, bring it back to the anthill. Plus everything I drop heavy as an anvil. Show you how to stand like a man in this damn field. I know you feel me, nigga. Fuck equality, it gotta be one man win and the rest lose. Wave devastator, I'm calculating my next move. UPK with real niggas seek refuge. Body shots for pause, that'll get you bruised. My niggas whole ranker, check your little attitude. I came to fuck up your mood on your little holiday like I'm Mr. Scrooge. Resurrected from the grave, walking from the fall. Visions in my eyes, gripping the mic, screaming God bless the underdog. Down by the letter, and live by that protocol. Walk by faith, not by sight. Ain't no hope for getting struggles. Life like tug of war, resist or get pulled into a world that never left you. I will endure. Election will be sure, correction will be swift. No Will Smith, but I am legend. What else would you call the killer of deception? A leader got soldiers on post in every direction. On go like a German shepherd, young and a restless. Swear honor like a diamond necklace. I know you feel me, nigga.
Purchase your tracks today.
It's rolling on it. What is it? What is it?
All right, let's clap it up, Israel. Let's clap it up. This is the Israelite School of Universal and Practical Knowledge. Started out in 1 West 125th Street out of Harlem, New York. This is Precinct Officer 50 Bonilla holding it down for Monday's Biblical Law class. Tonight, we're going to go ahead and show you, without Brotherhood, what do we have? Ask yourself that question, Black man, Hispanic man, Native American man. Without this Brotherhood, what do we have? All right. Without another brother checking up on you, calling in on you, coming up to your place when, it's unexpected. What do we have? Because our own family members won't even do that for us. If they don't mess with us, they ain't go check in on us. They can care less if we pass away. But within this truth, we care about each other. That's the point. That's the whole point of this. All right. So that's what I'm going to go ahead and break down for you. Like I said, my name is Precinct Officer 50 Bonilla, holding it down for the Biblical Law class on Mondays. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and get into my first scripture if I could. This is the book of 1 John chapter 4, and I'm going to go ahead and start at verse 20. If a man say, I love God, and hateth his brother, he is a liar. So like, let me go ahead and break that down to y'all. So if you go sit here and say that, hey, I love my brother, he is like the most amazing person in the world. He got all these skills, all these attributes, everything that makes him top of the top. But at the same time, I love God. But I really hate this nigga who I'm talking about. How can you love God? You don't even see God. You know what I mean? You don't even see Yahweh Shah. You don't see none of them. God or Yahweh Shah. You know what I mean? So how can you say that you love your brother? You can't say that. It's insane to think about that. So you got to really think about it like this. If you can see your brother and you still hate him, guess what? You hate Yahweh Shah too. You hate God too. Because you can't see them. And you say that you love them, but you see this brother every day going through all this drug addiction, going through all this, lust, going through all these demons that he going through. And you can say that, man, he a tweaker. He a goofy ass nigga. You know what I mean? You can't say that. You got to say to your brother, just like how you say to the Lord, Yahweh Shah, and to the Most High Yahweh, you got to say to them, just like how you say to this brother, I love you just like I love them. I love you enough that I'm not going to sell you drugs. I love you enough that I'm not going to, be the detriment to you. You got to love them just like that. If you can't, then what do you have at the end of the day? That's the point. That's the point. You know what I mean? Black man, Hispanic man, Native American man, so-called. You have to get to that point. Without that, you don't have anything. You don't have brotherhood. You don't have nothing that makes this truth resonate. Because without this truth, we have nothing. This truth is our last hope. We go find us at a biker gang. Where you gonna find us at a, black supremacist meeting? No, you ain't gonna find this nowhere. But in the Israelite School of Universal and Practical Knowledge, the Isupk. That's the only place where you'll be finding this at. And without this, you don't have anything. Hey, shalom, Shamar Atham by Hashem Yahushua, to the sister that's tuning in. What's going on, Alata? The water for you tuning in tonight. We're going to go ahead and get with it tonight. You know what I mean? If you got any questions or anything, you can go ahead and leave them in the chat. Any comments or anything, leave them in the chat. Most High Christ. All right, let's go ahead and get with it. All right, this is the book of Matthew, chapter 25 and verse 40. Let's go ahead and get that real quick. Salakia. Because without this brotherhood, we don't have anything. Remember that, first and foremost. You know what I mean? This is the book of Matthew, chapter 25 and verse 40. And the king shall answer and say unto them, verily I say unto you, inasmuch as ye have done it unto one of the least of these my brethren, ye have done by me. So basically what they're saying is the king is, understanding that what was done to him was by his brothers. You know what I mean? So he can recognize that. But us Black, Hispanic, and Native Americans, we can't recognize that when some iniquity is done by us, we can't recognize that that's done by our own brothers. If we can't recognize that, then we can never come to an understanding. We can never come to a head. We can never bring Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans out this hellhole that we in, because we ain't got no brotherhood. That's what this all stems for. It all stems from brotherhood. You as a Black man, Hispanic man, a Native American man has to recognize that. Without this, you cannot recognize that Black man is your brother. As a Black man, you can't recognize that Hispanic man is your brother. As a Hispanic man, you can't Recognize that the Native American man is your brother. Without that Native American man, you can't recognize that that Black or Hispanic man is your brother. You know what I mean? And so on and so forth. You know, thus according to the tribes of Israel. Without this, we cannot recognize who our brethren are. We have to recognize that. You understand? So let me go ahead and continue with this, because one thing that I did see today, I gotta go ahead. I have to go ahead. Y'all know who I am. You know what I mean? Priest and officer, just like every other brother. But you know, I got brothers in the world too, you know, specifically. So at the hospital today, you know what I mean? I ran into this one brother who I knew from high school. He a brother. He's a brother. So you know I'm gonna throw him up in my prayers. Sabbath service. This brother was going through sickle cell to the max. To the max. I mean, it was bad. It was bad. You know, I hate that for the brother. But when I realized that what he was going through was the direct cause from our oppressor, I have to say this. I have to. The white man is the devil that the Bible speaks of. And I can say that confidently into the camera. That the white man is the devil that the Bible speaks of. And if you a nigga who believing in that Jewish faith or believing in a different religion, or if you a nigga who just ain't got no understanding and you want to leave the school, well, guess what? The white man is the devil that the Bible speaks of, nigga. If you can't recognize that, then I ain't trying to listen to you. Because guess what? Everybody up in this school, we believe that the white man is the devil that the Bible speaks of. I don't care if it's about a beat or whatever it is. We got to understand that we have an enemy at hand who is doing literal generational damage to our brothers, to the point that they in the hospital looking like skeletons. If you caring about a beat, if you caring about somebody who may have, you know, miscommunicated to you, nigga, I don't give a damn about none of that. It's about our brothers. It's about us delivering our people out of this hellhole. If you cannot get with that, then get behind us. You know what I mean? Get behind us. Because guess what? It's plenty of brothers who believe in helping their brother. If you ain't trying to help your brother, get behind us. Get behind us. I ain't trying to hear it. Because there's brothers in this world suffering with sickle cell who don't know about the truth, who don't know why they're going through this. They think it's just them. But because the white man is the devil that the Bible speaks of, and you can't even get with that, you can't even focus on that, you can't even lock in with that. I ain't trying to hear none of that. Because it's literally brothers dying from this. Dying. You understand that? And ain't nobody saying nothing. Y'all worrying about a beat. Y'all worrying about other stuff. Y'all worrying about miscommunication. Man, I ain't trying to hear about that. It's brothers literally dying out here. That's what I'm focused on. That's what everybody else is focused on. So let's get back to it. All right? So let's go ahead and get to this next scripture. You know what I mean? Because without brotherhood, we ain't got nothing. Without this brotherhood that I got in me, I would have looked at that nigga who's going through sickle cell and I would have just been like, it ain't me. I ain't going through no sickle cell crisis. What do I have to care about? But because this is my own brother, and I understand that this is only going between my brothers, I ain't finna just lead them behind. I ain't finna just lead them with nothing. But y'all niggas will. Let's go ahead and continue. Let's go with John chapter 13, verse 34 through 35. All right, hold on real quick. Let me go ahead and get this King James version. Slack it to the men above me who tuning into this. The water for y'all, you know, tuning in. This is the book of John, chapter 13. And I'm going to go ahead and start at verse. I was supposed to start at verse 35. Salakia. This is the book of John, chapter 13 and verse 35. A new commandment I give unto you, that ye love one another as I have loved you. So love another brother like Christ loved you. Christ loved Joe stupid ass enough not to kill you for smoking weed, for doing drugs, for doing all this other bullshit. And you can't even love another brother like that? I don't give a damn what he did. I don't care what he did to you. I don't care. I don't care. Because guess what? Christ is saying that he don't care. But you should still love him. Love him. Care about him enough to forgive him. Think about that. Care about him enough to forgive him. Forgive that brother. Don't care about him enough to be like, man, I'm going to hold a grudge against him. Oh, next time I see him, it's up with that. Because guess what? You're going to get yourself killed. And he might get himself killed. But love that brother enough not to do that. That's the point. That's the point of all of this. Love your brother that much. Can you love your brother that much? Black man, Hispanic man, Native American man. Can you do that? Once you can do that, then you know what? You'll be getting close to what being Christ-like is. Because Christ-like ain't just going to church every Sunday and, throwing your hands up at a cross and, foaming at the mouth and falling on the floor. No, that ain't Christ-like. Christ-like is loving that brother so much that whatever he did to offend you, you will still forgive him. Because you understand that, guess what? The white man, the East Asian man, the Chinese man, they go finesse you. Johnny dang will finesse you, okay? I'm sorry to tell you that. Any brother up in Houston, Johnny dang will finesse you. They will finesse you. And they won't even think twice about it because that's in their nature. But guess what? A brother who don't know much, you still got time to talk to him. You still got time to work things out with him. You can't work things out with Johnny Dang. He go finesse you and not even think twice. He go sick his security on you. But that brother, he ain't got security. But guess what you got? You got the knack to know that brother, he ain't in his right mind. Just like any brother in the hood. Everybody trying to get ahead, but every time they try to knock a brother off of their pedestal, they ain't never gonna get ahead. It is what it is. That's just how it is in the hood. But you as a black, Hispanic, or Native American man, you got to understand that being in the hood means that, nobody is ahead. All right. So what do you have to do? You still have to have the knack to, look at that brother and be like, that's my brother. He going through the same things I'm going. He poor just like I'm poor. He ain't got no money just like I ain't got no money. He ain't got food just like I ain't got no food. You got to think about it like that. If you don't, then you know what I mean? It is what it is. If you think that you above that brother that's in the hood, well, guess what? The Lord gonna deal with you. I can't tell you what the Lord gonna do. I can't. But the Lord gonna deal with you. That's even scarier. Because guess what? I'm a priest and prophet of the Lord. And, he instilling me what I got to. But guess what? If the Lord gonna deal with you, he ain't gonna tell you nothing. You just gonna have to figure it out. And that's scary. Because it could be anytime. It could be right now. It could be tomorrow. It could be in the next couple hours. You don't know. You don't know. You could be sitting in the house and your roof cave in on you. You could be driving your car and then somebody just crash into you. You could be going to the grocery store and somebody run in and start shooting it up. That's what I'm saying. I wouldn't do that. But that's on you. You know what I mean? So let's get back to this. This is the book of John, chapter 13, verse 34. A new commandment I give unto you, that ye love one another as I loved you. Just like what I said. Love your brother just like the Lord loved you. That ye also love one another. That's a commandment. Love one another. Forgive that brother. Forgive that sister. This don't go for just brothers. I hope y'all don't know that. This don't go for just men. This go for sisters too. I know it's hard for y'all sisters. It's a little bit harder. If a woman, do some iniquity to y'all ready to give up on them. Y'all ready to just be like, man, F that B, that FTB, you know what I mean? No, it ain't none of that in this truth. If you believe in that, then don't even come back around. Don't even come to the next feed day. You know what I mean? Stay at home. Stay at home. Because it's safer for you. Because if you come around that sister and she may have done you wrong and you ain't gonna report it, or you done that sister wrong and she can't report it, well, guess what? Y'all both at fault. Because guess what? That's just gonna grow into a grudge. And we don't hold grudges around here in UPK. If you got a grudge against a brother, you let him know right then and there. Like, hey, bro, you did me wrong. Ain't no grudges. Actually, let me not say that. There's no grudges. But if a brother did you wrong, you go to that brother. If a sister did you wrong, you go to that sister. If you can't do that, stay the fuck out of the ISUPK. Please. Please do. Because we don't need that. Salakia for my language. But stay out of the school. Because it's better for you to stay out the school than for you to get yourself hurt the other sister, or actually hurt the ranks. Because guess what? It's a lot of new sisters and a lot of new brothers going to the school, and we don't need we don't need none of that. You know what I mean? We don't need none of that. Verse 35. By this shall all men know that ye are my disciples, if ye have love one to another. That's what the Lord is saying. You are my disciples if you love one another. How do you love one another? If that brother did you wrong, if that sister did you wrong, you still love them. You don't just be like, man, I'm done talking to him. I'm done. I ain't gotta be. You still love them. I ain't close to my mom. She do me wrong. I still love her. But guess what? I ain't gotta be around her all the time. That's the thing. You ain't gotta be around them. You don't. You ain't gotta fake it till you make it. That's some worldly stuff. But you still gotta love them enough to be like, hey, I forgive you, because guess what? Our oppressor would do us worse. But because of the fact that we only learned from our oppressor, we are going to do, accordingly to each other. You know what I mean? We learn from our oppressor how to love. We learn from our oppressor how to hate. What do they do when they hate? They go to another country and they genocide of people. What do we do when we hate? We just be like, man, I'm done with you. We don't say, hey, listen, you kind of crazy out of your mind. I'm going to just leave you alone, but I'm going to still love you. We say, hey, I'm done with her. I don't love her. I ain't got nothing to do with her. We ostracize them out of our family. Is that true or not? Prove me when I'm wrong. But when it comes to white people, when they hate, guess what? They go and genocide a whole country in America's favor. They say, hey, listen, this what was a major war? The Iranian war back in the early 2000s, probably late 90s, early 80s. The Iran war. Y'all remember that shit? You know what I mean? George Bush and all that. Basically, what they did, they wasn't even killing niggas that was like terrorists. They was killing niggas in jogging pants over there. They was just shooting people, shooting kids. Y'all ever saw American Sniper before with Bradley Cooper? Bro, that's the best story that should let you know. Remember that one scene when he was like crying when he had to shoot the baby? That's what they was doing. They wasn't crying, though. They was just shooting babies. They was just shooting people for no reason. In the spirit of America, because that's how much they loved America and they hated their oppressor. As a black man, Hispanic man, or Native American man, you have to hate your person, not in that way, but you have to hate your oppressor in a way that you wasn't going to be able to celebrate Easter. What's coming up next? Memorial Day? Labor Day or something like that. Something is coming up in the summer. And then after that, you'll have the 4th of July. Then after that, you'll have the something. You'll have all these other days. I've been out the world for a minute, so I don't even know. That's crazy. That's spiritual. But the thing is, to a black, Hispanic, or Native American man, that's normal. So we got to come out of this. You know what I mean? The Lord says, actually, you know what? I'm glad that I got it right here. I'm so glad that I got it right here. Give me 1 second, Israel. This is the book of Revelation, chapter 18 and verse 4. All right, let me just make sure I got the right one. Come out of her, oh Salaki. And I heard a voice, oh Salaki. And I heard another voice from heaven saying, come out of her, my people, that ye be not partakers of her sins. What is that? What is that saying? America, come out of her, my people. Come out of her. Not literally go from America to Africa, because we ain't from Africa. We're not Africans. Africans don't love your black ass. Stop believing that. Anybody that's tuning into my class, research that. Talk to the next African y'all see and ask them, are y'all like niggas in here in America? Are y'all niggas? They gonna say, no, I'm from Mabutu tribe, from the Bubu tribe. They gonna say all that. They ain't gonna say that they niggas. They not niggas. And you can tell that they not niggas. Because guess what? Niggas got some swag about them. Niggas got some flavor about them. I'm glad of being a nigga. I don't even take that shit like it's an offense no more. I'd be like, why is you saying that? Because you not a nigga. Because niggas are the people that's keeping America afloat right now. That's why it offends me. Because you not that. When I hear somebody else saying that, I'm like, man, and I'm not talking about Hispanic or Native American. I'm talking about anybody out of the 12 tribes. So I'm talking yo Asians, yo white people. You know what I mean? Yo Africans. Most importantly, y'all not niggas. Y'all don't have that swag. Y'all stink. Let's keep on going. This is the book of Revelation, chapter 18 and verse 4. Let me go ahead and get back to it. That ye be not partakers of her sins, that ye be Salaki, and that ye receive not of her plagues. So basically, COVID-19. Don't take part of her sins. Don't be gay. Don't be a drug addict. Don't be a drug dealer. Don't be somebody that mess with kids. Don't be a kid dealer. Don't be P. Diddy. That's basically. I mean, I don't know what to tell you. No Diddy. Don't do that. You don't have to do that. Don't be partakers of her sin. You see what happened with P. Diddy. If only that brother knew a little bit better. But you know what? Because of childhood trauma, that's what happened to him. But he didn't know no better. He didn't know how to ascend past that. He knew how to recreate that. And that's what's wrong with the black community. We know how to recreate a lot of trauma, but we don't know how to get past a lot of that. We know how to make, I don't know. We just had Easter. How many fights happen on Easter? Think about it. How many fights happen on Easter? I mean, I wouldn't be able to think about it because I don't celebrate Easter. But how many fights happen? Too many. Now, to you black, Hispanic, and Native American men, you got to think about this like this. Why would I ever celebrate Easter if I know that a bunny ain't laying eggs, a bunny ain't real, and a bunny ain't finna deliver eggs to my goddamn lawn because I'm in the hood? Just like with Santa Claus and everything. Why would Santa deliver presents to my hood? I'm in Compton. I'm in the Bronx. I'm in Staten Island. I'm in, I'm in Houston. I'm in, the hood of Austin. I'm in Gary, Indiana. You know what I mean? I'm in Chicago. Why would Santa deliver gifts to my hood? We ain't even got no chimney. A lot of these houses ain't even got chimneys. So Santa shouldn't even exist. But that's to keep white supremacy alive. To let you know that, hey, listen, a white man would do that. A white man would deliver gifts to you. That's what they would believe in. A white man would do that. But what would a black man do? What would a black man do in this time? A black man would tell you that white man ain't gonna come near this house. A black man would tell you that the white man is the devil that the Bible speaks of. That's what a black man would tell you. Damn right, Raj. Niggas was getting high and hiding eggs and on Easter like damn fools. You right. You are right. You right. You know what I mean? Let's keep it moving. Next verse. It's lucky. I didn't mean to get off topic like that, but I just had to. Because niggas believing in eggs and Easter eggs and all this other stuff, hiding eggs like fools, man. You already know. Let's go ahead and get with this next verse, man. This book of Matthew chapter 5 and verse 22. All right. This is the book of Matthew chapter 5 and verse 22. But I say unto you that whosoever is angry with his brother without a cause shall be in danger of the judgment. Now, you might be asking yourself, why are you talking about this? Why aren't you talking about anything about Easter and Sunday like this? Because without this brotherhood, you ain't going to be able to listen to no brother who going to tell you don't celebrate Easter. So I got to teach y'all from the beginning. From the beginning. All right. For whoever's tuning in, this is Isupk Gary. I'm precinct officer of 50 Baniyat, holding it down for Monday night biblical class. I'm just trying to teach y'all why brotherhood is important, because without you listening to your brother, you will celebrate Easter. Because guess what? When you come into the truth, who you going to listen to? Your brother. You going to listen to your brother. When they tell you don't celebrate Easter, you're going to listen to your brother when they tell you don't go around your family right now because it's not the right time. You're going to listen to your brother when they tell you, hey, don't listen to that bitch when she's trying to tell you to take your, trying to take your kids away from you and all this other stuff. You're going to listen to your brother. So this is why it's important to listen to your brother, because the thing is, brotherhood is a weapon. You'll learn that one way or the other. Let me get back to this. But I say unto you that whatsoever is angry with his brother without a cause shall be in danger of the judgment. And whosoever shall say to his brother, Raka, shall be in danger of the council. Be whoever shall say, thou fool, shall be in danger of hellfire. Basically, you know what I mean? If you somebody who's telling your brother, you know what I mean, don't go to council. If you tell your brother, oh no, we ain't got to do that, you're going to be in danger of hellfire. Because in this school, we got men above us who keeps us in check, you know what I mean? To make sure that we got that brotherhood that'll be able to save a brother from committing suicide. Slacking. Committing, some atrocity, you know what I mean, unto himself. Or, doing something unspeakable. That's what I'm trying to say. Without this brotherhood, I wouldn't be sitting right here. A lot of brothers wouldn't. But the thing is, we had it for a reason. So we have to adhere to it. Okay? That's it, and that's all. Anybody that's opposing that, that's on them. Let's go ahead and get back to this. All right. So this is the book of Luke chapter 6 and verse 31. Let me go ahead and get that for y'all because I got to. I absolutely have to. No turtle nigga. This is the book of Luke chapter 6 and verse 31. And as ye would that men should do to you, do ye also to them likewise. Basically, if a brother do something to you, you got to do that to them. Not a brother. Not what I'm speaking of. But I'm talking about another man in the world. You know what I mean? Do that to them. Likewise. So if a nigga cut you off, cut them off. Don't be sitting there calling them like, hey, brother, you coming to this feast? Hey, brother, you coming to this? Hey, brother, you do this. At some point, you got to look at that brother and be like, he don't want to be here with us. He don't. It's brothers that I know personally this day who don't want to be here with us. They just don't. You know what I mean? It's Tawab, you know what I mean? They'll get right in the future. Lord allow. Lord allow. We ain't gonna sit here and just, talk, ish about them. But them brothers ain't with us right now. They're not warring with us. They're not going through the, law, statutes, and, trials with us. They're not here with us. You know what I mean? So we just got to look unto them. You know what I mean? Try to get them brotherhood. If they don't want to receive the brotherhood, well, guess what? This is what this verse is applying to. They don't want to receive that brotherhood. They definitely don't. You know what I mean? So let me go ahead and keep going with this. You know what I mean? This is the book of John, chapter 15, and I'm going to start at verse 12, actually. Let me go ahead and start at verse 12 for y'all. And again, if you're watching, like, share, comment, subscribe. You know what I mean? We got classes all the way up to Thursday here in Gary, Indiana. So definitely do that. Yeah, that's fine. This is the book of John, chapter 12, starting at verse 12, King James. This is my commandment, that ye love one another as I have loved you. So basically, don't the Lord love you enough? Don't the Lord love you, my nigga? I mean, the Lord love all these brothers that's commenting into my class. Hey, the water officer Ashar for, tuning into my class. The water to you, man. Everything that you taught me, you know what I mean? The Lord love these brothers that's tuning into these classes, you know what I mean? And the sister, you know what I mean? Big ups to the sister that's tuning into my class. The water to you, sis. So you got to think to yourself, man. The Lord love these brothers and sisters so much that when they was doing wrong, he gave them a second chance, third chance, fourth chance, fifth chance, sixth chance, eighth chance, ninth chance, 10th chance, 11th chance. I mean, goddamn, he still give you chances. You on your 15th chance, my nigga. You on your 20th chance and you only 23 years old. Like, man, come on now. You was a kid like not that long ago. But you gonna get to your 40th chance when you like 50? Are you sure you want to I gotta bring this up. Slocky. I have to. I absolutely have to. Let me go ahead and get this just to let you know with who the Lord is. All right. Most High Christ. All right. So all of these pretty much say the same thing. Ecclesiasticus chapter 43 and verse 29 says, the Lord is a terrible and very great, and marvelous is his power. Basically, the Lord is a very great and terrible power. How do you know that? Basically, the Lord can be somebody that's with you. You know what I mean? Somebody that's going to make sure, this brother don't be, made, to be, a coward or anything. He will always have men behind him, all this great power. But he can also be a terrible power too, and he can make your life a living hell. That's the problem with a lot of you black folks nowadays, black, Hispanic, and Native Americans. The Lord is working against you. He give you mercy in the sense that you don't understand. You don't even know what the truth is. Some of y'all don't even know what the truth is. You might just be finding this out today. You might be watching my class. You might be like, what is the Isupk? Well, the Isupk is the Israelite School of Universal and Practical Knowledge. We teach blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans that that the black, Hispanic, and Native American men are God's chosen people according to the Bible, and that God only works for us, blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. Okay? You see that the white man is in charge and that they ruling over the country and all this, and you might be thinking like, man, it's always been like that. We ain't never had no chance. Well, guess what? They only able to do that because the Lord is giving them the opportunity to do so. If the Lord took that, the Lord could send a tsunami right now to wipe out the United States, and it'll be over yesterday. I wouldn't be sitting right here holding down class. He could have did this yesterday. He could have did this like 100 years ago, 500 years ago, 1,000 years ago. He did it before. I mean, why are y'all trying to deny the Lord of his power? I wouldn't even test him like that, because you see what he's sending in different states. He already sent a hurricane in Florida that almost wiped the island off. I mean, come on now. So with that being said, we got to understand that this power is not only great, but also terrible if you mess with it. If you somebody that's going against the truth, going against your people and all this other stuff, how do you expect for this to be great for you? That's what I'm trying to understand. It will never be great for you, okay? Black, Hispanic, and Native American man. Let me go ahead and read the rest of this verse. And marvelous is his power, basically. You know what I mean? So his power could be great, it could be terrible, and it could be marvelous. It could be just something that you just never seen before. But because we're so used to sinning against the Most High and doing all these drugs and just living the American lifestyle, what they tell you, you only got one life. Do not listen to them. The white man only has one life. He'll come back again. Trust me, just like you'll come back again. But the thing is, just like in the womb, Jacob and Esau been fighting. The white man is going to tell you, hey, listen, do them drugs. Ain't nothing wrong with it. You're going to die anyway. That's what the white man will tell you. Eat that food. Eat that pork. You're going to die anyway. Eat that shrimp, crab, lobster, clam, and catfish. You're going to die anyway. That's what the white man will tell you. But the Lord is telling you, don't even do it. Don't even do it. Just listen to me. Just listen to me. Can you just listen to this nigga? It's a lot of women. I'm going to go ahead and touch on you sisters. No. Don't think that I'm not. There's a lot of you women out here who ain't going to listen to your man regardless of what he says because you feel like that he ain't the one that's going to be in charge of you. I know. Yeah, I know. You don't care about what he said. Because, I don't know. You seen him do something in the past or whatever the case may be. But yeah, the same thing that's going to happen to a lot of these men is going to happen to a lot of you women too. Don't think that the Lord ain't going to bestow breast cancer unto you. That's different. That's a lot different. I don't want to mess with him if it comes to that. I'm just saying. If I'm a woman, I do not want breast cancer. Because you know what that means? You get them knackers cut off. And then you feel less like a woman. Do you want to do that? Do you want the Lord to do that with you? I don't think you want to. Yeah. Let's be honest. If you're a man, if you disobeying the Lord, well, guess what? You can have, oh my goodness, you can have your legs cut off as a man. You could be a man right now who get his whole manhood cut off right now because it's just too cancerous down there. So what you gonna do? You just go sit there with a smile on your face for the rest of your life. You can't do nothing. You can't reproduce. You can't do that. I already told them if they go do something to me at the hospital specifically, just go ahead and just write me off. That's just me though. I'm just being facetious. I ain't being serious. But I'm just letting you know what the Lord can do to you as a Black, Hispanic, or Native American man or woman. He can kill the both of us in a incredible fashion. I just wouldn't mess with that power. That's the power that's protecting me and you right now. Yeah, you right now that's watching this show. He protected me and you right now. Let's make sure that we keep everything tawab. Let's keep everything straight. Let's keep everything moving forward. Because you think you invincible. You ain't invincible for that long. It only take for you to get into a car accident one time and you done. And if you ain't out of that, the Lord is showing you mercy. The Lord is showing you a lot of mercy. But let's continue with this, if I could. Let's go to Matthew chapter 18, and let's start at verse 21. It's lucky if I scare any of y'all out there. I ain't trying to scare nobody off. I lost 2 viewers, so it's lucky. You know what I mean? Let's go ahead and get to this real quick. Matthew verse 18. KJV. You already know. This is the book of Matthew, chapter 18, and verse. It's supposed to be 18 and verse 22. (21) through 22. Slacky. Alrighty. This is the book of Matthew, chapter 18 and verse 21. Then Matthew came to Peter and said, O Lord, how often shall my brother sin against me, and I shall forgive him? Till 7 times 7. So basically, what I'm trying to say is, even if your brother or sister, come on now. No. I ain't finna just let y'all sisters get away with this. No. If your sister offended you, forgive her and that brother 70 times 7. I ain't trying to. Now, if we talking about a sister in the world, that might be a little bit different because, you know, they got different motives. We talk about sister in the school, a brother in the school. They got different motives. Hey, Shalom, Lord Christ, Maccabi at the water for, you know, tuning in, my nigga. The water, sir. Appreciate you. If a brother or a sister offends you, forgive them 70 times 7. That means forgive them more over more. I ain't trying to hear none of that. Oh, well, she did this to me. He did this to me. Well, guess what? That's what counsel is for. That's what a lot of niggas don't get. Counsel is for that reason to begin with. And when I say niggas, I mean that respectfully, because we all niggas. We all niggas. I'm a nigga. I'm the major nigga. No, I'm not the major nigga. But, you know, I am a nigga. You know, just like my niggas right here. Officer Maccabi, Officer Raj, Officer Ash, the water for everybody. And, you know, the sister tuning in. That's my sister right here. You know, Ala Thug tuning in. I appreciate all y'all tuning in. You know what I mean? The water to everybody. But we all niggas. We all have to forgive each other 70 times 7. If it means that I got to lose my brother because of something simple as something like over a pencil or, you know, something, I would rather regain my brother. I don't care about that pencil. I don't care about none of that. I care about my brothers because these are the brothers that's calling me at night. These are the brothers that's making sure I get home safe. These are the brothers that's checking in on me when I'm not even, you know, when I'm not in my right mind. Why would I ever give up on these brothers who won't give up on me? But the moment that I give up on these brothers, well, they have a right to give up on me because I gave up on them. But I would never do that because these my brothers. You know what I mean? Brotherhood is a weapon. A lot of y'all won't get that. I can't tell y'all why y'all won't get that because, you know, I got to hold that in. But, you know, I ain't never going to forget that. I ain't going to never forget what y'all did for, you know, no brother. I seen the brotherhood in this school. You know what I mean? And that's a brotherhood that every black man should be fighting for. Every black man. Hey, Conor One Con, Officer Maccabi. Damn right, Officer Maccabi at the water, sir. I appreciate you for tuning in. The water, sir. Definitely. Definitely. Let me go ahead and get this next first. Salaki. Let me go ahead and get the book of Mark, chapter 12, verse 31. You know what I mean? Because without this brotherhood, we don't have anything. I'm not here. Officer Maccabi ain't here. I was watching Officer Maccabi back in 2016. You know what I mean? When he was telling me about brotherhood, when I didn't even know what brotherhood even meant. I'm like, what is brotherhood? That sounds like Assassin's Creed. The only brotherhood I knew was from Assassin's Creed Brotherhood. That's insane. And that's from a video game. But I learned what real brotherhood is, man. And I wouldn't take that back for nothing. Try me. On my soul. On my soul, I wouldn't take that back for nothing. You know what I mean? Salaki, I'm a little bit of a Chicago brother. You know what I mean? So, we talk a little bit different. You know what I mean? All right, let me get back to this. This is the book of Mark, chapter 12 and verse 31. And the second is like, namely this: thou shalt love thy neighbor as thyself. Come on now. Everybody say, oh, my neighbor is the person that's living right next door to me. Well, guess what? I live next door to possibly a pedophile. That ain't my neighbor. I ain't got to forgive him. He over there doing God knows what to children. I ain't saying that that's who live next door to me. I don't want y'all to think that but I don't know who live next door to me. But the thing is, the person who's my neighbor is the brother who's born next to me. The brother who's going through the same things that I'm doing. The brother who sacrificed everything. You know what I mean? I ain't going to speak too specific, but the brothers who sacrifice everything to look out for their people. They wear that jacket. They wear that cover. Salaki. They wear that cover. They wear that. Them is my brothers. The brothers who sacrifice everything for their people. The brothers who willing to get a life for another brother. They're my brothers. That's what the Lord is talking about. That's what the Lord is talking about. The brother who's willing to give it for everything. Who's willing to put down everything for his brother. That's who he's talking about. If you can't get with that, then man, you need to get behind. You need to study a little bit more. Because some brothers, ain't nothing wrong with a brother who get it a little bit faster than other brothers, but the thing is, you have to get it. You have to get it. If you don't get it, well, you're going to get behind. You know what I mean? If you can't just give up your life for your brother, if you can't say, hey, listen, this brother right here who called me in the middle of the night, who made sure I get home, you got brothers. Hey, listen, I ain't the only one. I check in on my other one. You know what I mean? If it's 11:45 at night and he got to get back home at 12 a.m., 12:30 a.m., I make sure, hey, Salaki, I don't want to just make sure you hit me up when you get home. Type stuff. He'll hit me up. That's what brotherhood is. Because even though he my other one, that's my brother. These my brothers. Ash. You know what I mean? Raj. Maccabi. Alathuk. That's my sister. You know what I mean? But these my brothers. They gonna make sure I'm Tuwab. And I'm gonna make sure that they Tuwab whatever goes on. And that's what we need to realize. Black men, Hispanic men, and Native American men. We don't have that. We think so selflessly. We think so selflessly. We think like, we should think selflessly, but we think selfishly. Like we think for ourselves. We think for, each other. If I'm not the one that's going through it, I ain't got to worry about it. If I'm not the one that's going through all this trouble, I ain't got to worry about it. But guess what? The next man do. Because guess what? The next man need that brotherhood. You might not need that brotherhood, what you really do need. But guess what? The next man need it even more than you. That's who we fight for. We fight for that brother who ain't had it. We fight for that brother who tried to get that brotherhood through the world, and they turned him down. They made fun of him. They beat him up for it. That's who we fight for. We fight for that brother. Because guess what? If you don't come to your, let me just go ahead and repeat what the scriptures say, man. Thou shalt love thy neighbor as thyself. There is none other commandment greater than those. You got to love your neighbor. And who is your neighbor? The same person that's going through the same iniquity as you. Black man, Hispanic man, and Native American man. We all going through this. We all going through this. Who can say that we not? Who can say that we not? You know what I mean? Nobody can say that. You know what I mean? Let me go ahead and tell you this. Because of our oppressor, we cannot learn that. Why? Because he told us, think for yourself. You got to be an American. You got to be, in the American dream. You gotta think for yourself. Well, guess what? As a black man, Hispanic man, a Native American man, the Lord is telling you not to think for yourself. Think for your brother. Love your brother. Love your sister. I love my sister. I love my sister so much. You know what I mean? I love all my sisters. I love my brothers. I can't not do that. I love them enough where I get my life on the line for them. 2025. Little inside for y'all. 2025. You know what I mean? You got to make sure that you alive for your brothers. You got to resurrect for them. Because if you dead, you can't do nothing for them. We have to be resurrected for these brothers and sisters nowadays. You know what I mean? So let me go ahead and get back to this. You know what I mean? So with that being said, let me go ahead and get to this next verse. Let me go ahead and get Matthew chapter 1 and verse 21. And I'm going to go ahead and let you know, because as I'm telling you who we fight for, who our brothers is, who our sisters are, who did Christ die for? Well, Christ died for you. Do you know that? Black man, Hispanic man, and Native American man tuning in. You know what I mean? Did you know that Christ died for you? Well, guess what? I'm going to let you know right now. Actually, let me get Matthew 10, and then I'm going to start at verse 5. Actually, you know what? Salaki. Wrong verse. Salaki. All right. So basically, like I was saying beforehand, when it comes to the brothers and the sisters, you know what I mean? We got to rule the earth with righteousness. Because when the enemy does it, guess what? They teach us not about brotherhood. They teach us not about sisterhood. Macabre, I mean, this brother taught me about brotherhood so much. I mean, when I was a youngling watching him, we was both young, and I was watching this brother, and he was teaching me about so much brotherhood. I mean, come on now. I don't even need to say much. When it comes to brotherhood, we need to understand that. But guess what? Without this, the world is not righteous. It's not all. It's not righteous at all. This is the book of Proverbs, chapter 29, verse 2. You know what I mean? When the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice. So when the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice. They love it. Everything is fair. Everything is just. Nobody is getting finessed. All this finesse shit, you can just get rid of it. All this, I'm going to just put this in my mom's name. I'm going to put this in my man's name. I'm going to just do this. Nigga, do this shit right. Do this shit right. Do it right. It is a commandment to obey the laws and the statutes and commandments of this, obey the laws of the land. That's a commandment. Because if you don't, they just go kill you. Just obey it. Obey it. If they tell you you can't drive without no goddamn license, don't drive without it. If they tell you don't do this, don't do it. Just don't do it. It's a lot. You got Uber for a reason. They got Ubers for everything. It's people who ain't driving in like 10 years who's getting around in Ubers. And you can't drive without an Uber because what? Because what? You just have to drive. And you put your child at risk and you putting everything at risk. Insane. Insane. When the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice. But when the wicked bear rule, the people mourn. And I mean, hey, everybody saying when Donald Trump come into the office, everybody gonna be mourning, everybody gonna be just, all this other stuff. But guess what? Donald Trump is in office. And we still mourning. We've been mourning. We wasn't mourning with Obama. I don't know if y'all know, but when Obama was in office back in 2016, his last year, we had more police shootings in the world. I mean, it's insane. We had more black people getting killed under police with Obama than with anything. And that ain't with, President Trump, he put something in here, or, Biden put something in there, or whatever her name is, put something in there. No. But the thing is, when the wicked are in rulership, the world is in mourning. Not saying that Donald Trump ain't wicked, but I'm just letting you know, a lot of black people thought that Obama was so black and he was so, for us. We had more niggas getting shot under his rulership than anything. Y'all remember that brother who got shot on camera and his arm literally fell off in front of his goddamn child. You know what I mean? The thing is, we have to realize who the wicked are. And the white man is the devil that the Bible speaks of. Simple. Simple. If you don't recognize that, then you will be bound to get lost in his lies. Because he will tell you, hey, Trump is right. Trump is right. Elon Musk is like, they're right. They're right. He owns Twitter. He's a businessman. He's going to bring this country back together. This country is lost. They're lost. They will never come back together. The only thing that's going to happen, and this is the oppressor's fault, the world is going to be destroyed because of the oppressor, but because it's the Lord's doing too. Think about that as well. It's the Lord's doing as well too. I hope y'all know that. You know what I mean? The Lord's doing is to destroy this country for what it done to, his people. Let me go ahead and get Matthew chapter 15 and verse 24. I'm going to go ahead and get this one. Slakia. All right. This is what the Lord said. All right. I ain't saying this on my own. I wish I was, but I wasn't. I know this seemed kind of cold what he finna say. Like the Lord was a real ass nigga. Yahushua, Hamashiach Yahushua, who the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ, that ain't his name. He said this stuff. The Lord was a real ass nigga. He was more of a real nigga than me. You know what I mean? If the Lord was walking around right now, he'll look like, a bum in the streets type shit. But he wasn't that. He was a real dude. He was a real one. You know what I mean? Everybody say, I'm a top G. No, he was the top. You know what I mean? Let's get to it. I'm gonna have to hit y'all with that. Come on now. I'm gonna start at verse 22 because we already know that story about the woman in Canaan who came up to, the Lord God, the Lord Hamashiach Yahushua in the desert. And, she was trying to rid her daughter of having a demon on her and all this other stuff. And the Lord said, man, I don't get his bread to dogs. Basically saying, I ain't giving this shit to nobody on my mama, on my soul. You know what I mean? Like what a nigga would say now. Like I would say. That's what I would say. But the Lord said it in a different way. You know what I mean? Let's go ahead and get to this. This is the book of Matthew chapter 15, and I'm gonna go ahead and start at verse 22. And behold, a woman of Canaan came out of the same coast and cried unto him, saying, have mercy on me, O Lord, thou son of David. My daughter is grievously vexed with a devil, a demon. She's vexed. You know what I mean? And because the Lord, the Lord Hamashiach Yahushua, our Adawan, is just a real ass nigga. You know what I mean? A real ass nigga. You know what I mean? He told her, verse 23, he answered her not a word, and his disciples came and besought him, saying, send her away, and she crieth after us. Verse 24, that's what his disciples said. Man, send that bitch away, man. She gonna cry after us anyway, man. Send her away. Just like any other brother nowadays, be like, man, send that bitch on, bro. She ain't about nothing. She's just bumping. You know what I mean? Verse 24. But he answered, verse 24. And he answered and said, I am not sent but unto the lost sheep of the house of Israel. So she said, he said, hey, listen, I ain't coming back for nobody but my people, bro. I ain't coming back for my family. And she said, but, is it not meet to take to the children's bread and cast it to dogs? Can you give me not what they getting and just cast it to, us bitches? Which is what they were females and they were labeling themselves as dogs. So technically it would make them a female dog, but let's keep it like that. Verse 27, he said, and she said, Salaki. Well, verse 26, and he said, it is not meet to take to the children's bread and cast it to dogs. Man, I ain't finna give to my people. Salaki, if I said the wrong thing, earlier. But he said it, but he answered and said, it is not to meet to take to the children's bread and cast it to dogs. Basically, I ain't finna give them the blessings that I was taking for the children of Israel and cast it to y'all. Y'all ain't nothing. Y'all beneath the dirt. Hey, listen, I'll be on the same thing. Any brother would. You know what I mean? And she said, hey, that's the truth, my Lord. This is verse 26. Hold on, let me scroll back up. This is Matthew 15 and verse 26 in the King James Version. If anybody want to look this up. Prove me wrong. You know what I mean? Prove us wrong. She said basically, hey, listen, I know I'm a dog, but can you at least give us a little bit of this blessing? You know what I mean? Let's be honest, man. Oh, excuse me. Verse 27, and she said, truth, Lord, yet the dogs eat out of the crumbs which fall from their master's table. Basically, the dogs, they eat from the crumbs that falls from their master's table. So, you got to be a little bit compassionate with us. Just a little bit. Bro wasn't trying to go for none of that. Verse 28, then Jesus said unto her, O woman, great is thy faith, be it unto thee, even as thou wilt. And her daughter was made whole from that very hour. Hey, listen, the Lord our Christ, he was better than a lot of brothers. I'm going to just say it like that. Because, I ain't going to lie. That wouldn't be me. But guess what? That's why he's our Lord. That's why he's our one. He a real ass nigga. Even if he thought that he wasn't going to do it, or if he, we look at it nowadays, we like, man, I would never do that. He to do it. He did it. It's done. Moving forward. Next. Slacky. Let me go ahead and get the book of Acts chapter 5, and I'm gonna start at verse 30 for y'all. Slacky. All right. This is the book of Acts chapter 5 and verse 30. I'm starting at 30. The God of our fathers raised up Yahushua, whom ye slew and slung and hung on a tree. Basically, Yahushua was hung up on the tree. It wasn't just, but it was his father's will to be done to forgive us for our sins. Me as a black man, tribe of Judah, just like, you brothers out there who's Hispanic, tribe of Issachar, Ephraim, Manasseh, brothers out there from Zebulun, Salakia, Gad, Gadites. There's a lot of Gadites out there. There's a lot of Gadites in Mississippi too. We got to get out there to Mississippi. I think all Gadites come from Mississippi, in my opinion, but it's a lot of y'all out there. This is who our king died for us, not for nobody else. You know what I mean? Go ahead and go back to this. Slakia. Go to Romans chapter 9. All right. Let me go ahead and go to verse 3. Or actually, you know what? Let me go ahead and start at verse 1. This is the book of Romans chapter 9 and verse 1. I say the truth in Christ. I lie not. My conscience also bearing me witness in the Holy Ghost. 2, that I have great heaviness and continual sorrow in my heart. Basically, all the stuff that you see happening to your brothers out in the streets. I hate to talk about the story, but I got to. I recently saw a brother in the hospital, and he wasn't doing his best. He was suffering from a little crisis that every black man should know of, even if you don't have it. As a black man or black woman, Hispanic man, Native American man or woman, you should know that your brothers is suffering from sickle cell crisis. Know that. Why are we suffering from sickle cell crisis? Because we were given that by our oppressor. I was trying to look up the article today, and I couldn't find it. For some reason, I think white people they tried to erase that shit. I think they tried to get rid of that. Honestly, I did think that they're trying to get rid of that. You got black people right now going through sickle cell crisis with a white woman in a room with them right now. I mean, that's insane. That's actually insane. Like, I'm sitting right here right now, and I'm not defeated, but I'm motivated. Because we need to know that the white man, meaning that the white man and woman, oppressor, East Indian, Asian, African, Hawaiian, Samoan. I don't give a damn what they is. They are the devil that the Bible speaks of. They don't like black people. They've never liked black people. And the only reason why they are on top is because black people are on the bottom. You understand that? We need to understand that those are the devil that the Bible speaks of. Because guess what? I think about my brother. I thought about that brother with sickle cell crisis. I shed a tear for that brother. I cried for that brother. That's my brother. That ain't y'all's. Y'all will never ever understand what he go through. And even on this video right now, y'all will never understand what he go through. But that's my brother. But the difference is the Lord knows what he's going through. We got a Lord God who knows what he's going through. And he's hearing every cry coming from that brother. But guess what? We have to teach our brothers not to join with our oppressors. Interracial marriages is a fucking sin. You understand that? I don't give a damn if that white girl did so much for you. I don't give a damn what that white boy did for you. Interracial marriages is a sin, according to the Most High. We should not join today's daughters, and we should not join today's sons. Because their sons and daughters are why we in this predicament where we are right now. Where a brother is literally in the hospital suffering from sickle cell with a white rib who's just sitting there feeling all good. She's standing upright while the brother can't even breathe right now. Can't even breathe right now. And I gotta sit here and I gotta sit here and smile in y'all faces. I pray that the Lord kill y'all all tonight, not for my judgment, but from the Lord's judgment. I ain't gonna do it. That's a sin. But I pray that the Lord doesn't. I pray that the Lord kills y'all children tonight. I'm not saying I'm gonna do it. The Lord is gonna do it. I'm praying that he does it. I'm praying. Because guess what? When you make the Lord mad, he kills children. I pray you understand. He killed the children in Egypt. He'll do it again. I pray that the Lord lure y'all children out at night and y'all get hit. Man, come on now. But the Lord will do that. I ain't got to do it. That's the Lord's judgment. Verse 3. For I could wish that myself were accursed from Christ for my brethren, my kinsmen, according to the flesh. So that brother that I saw that was writhing in pain for just being alive, him breathing hurts. Him blinking hurts. Him looking hurts. And I got to sit here and I got to smile in front of y'all. I pray that the Lord do something to y'all. Verse 4. Who are Israelites, just like that brother. He don't even know it. He don't even know it. But I know it. The Lord knows it. That's who the Most High Yahweh and his son Yahweh Shai, they know it. We know it. To whom pertaineth to to whom pertaineth the adoption and the glory and the covenants and the giving of law and the service of Yahweh and the promises. Even if that brother don't understand how powerful he really do have everything, we know how powerful he is. We are fighting for him. I don't give a damn what he did. I don't. That's up to him and the Lord. That's up to him and Yahweh. But I do give a damn about what you did to my people. And now it's 2025. And we got brothers up here suffer from sickle cell crisis. Sickle cell crisis. Because of what y'all did to us to try to get rid of us, to try to eradicate us. And we still living, goddammit. Because of the fact that this brother's still living, it hurts. But he's still living, goddammit, on his 2 feet. And that's the bottom line. That's the bottom line. So, with that being said, it's Monday. You know what I mean? So I know that the generals should be on soon. I am Precinct Officer 50 Bonilla, tuning in from Gary, Indiana. You know, this is the class with our Brotherhood. What do we have? We ain't got nothing. But I know we got the Lord. That's what we need to know, that we got the Lord. We got Yahweh. We got Yahushua. And remember, the white man is the goddamn devil that the Bible speaks of at the end of the day. Stay tuned in. We got classes Tuesdays with Officer 5000 Abulam Gabar. We got classes Thursdays with Officer 500 Raj Karab. With that being said, Israel, Shalom.
I'm with shit. It's rolling on it. What is it?
Purchase your tracks today.
Know the people been waiting for a minute for something authentic. Came in the truth and bossed in it. Made niggas regroup. Had to shed light on the false image. UPK whole court. Now who the fuck won scrimmage? 2 words for soft niggas. What is good riddance? Don't affiliate with feminine symptoms. I know you feel me, nigga. This a death threat to hip hop. You don't stop that weak shit, I'ma mix your lean with some Grimlock. When the last time you heard it this raw? What I wish for's when the earth inherited by the piss poor. We been to war, them the ones I'm taking risks for. Ain't got no picks or no cars to hold. Holy angels watch my steps, them Glock guard my soul. Can't let them leave my body cold. I know you feel me, nigga, let the wicked weep and the meek prevail. God never been 50-50, I shall now awake and sleep a cell. Let the righteous cry, silence the pretender. A rebel without a cause, as long as I remember. Not taking the kingdom, the only thing on my agenda. Can't avoid me, nigga. Middle finger to the ones that try to destroy me. Revenge of beauty, I'm a beast. I told the bitch she can't eat, let she join me for dinner. My God ain't got no regard for a sinner. One call fall on him like timber. I know you feel me, nigga. In the eyes of terror, I stand still. Go to work for the colony, bring it back to the anthill. Plus everything I drop heavy as an anvil. Show you how to stand like a man in this damn field. I know you feel me, nigga. Fuck equality, it gotta be one man win and the rest lose. Wave devastator, I'm calculating my next move. UPK will real niggas seek refuge. Body shots for bars, that'll get you bruised. My niggas whole ranker, check your little attitude. I came to fuck up your mood on your little holiday like I'm Mr. Scrooge. Resurrected from the grave, walking from the fall. Visions in my eyes, gripping the mic, screaming God bless the underdog. Down by the letter, and live by that protocol. Walk by faith, not by sight. Ain't no hope for get struggles. Life like tug of war, resist. Don't get pulled into a world that never left you. I will endure. Election will be sure. Correction will be swift. No Will Smith, but I am legend. What else would you call the killer of deception? A leader got soldiers on post in every direction. On go like a German shepherd. Young and a restless. Swear honor like a diamond necklace. I know you feel me, nigga.
Purchase your tracks today.
If Rome ain't know, then what is it?
Yeah. On 44 shit, you know what I mean? Busy man. Look, when that shit drop, you step all the way on their neck, step on their neck and they head with that shit.
Fine then, I ain't show no mercy, we gon' show them boy what time it is. I pop out like I'm Samuel, I got time to kill. Haters thought I died, I survived. They don't know how I did it, got it out the mud, straight to glory. They don't know how I feel, he nice but he don't show them skills, how I show them skills. He ride but he don't work the wheel, how I work the wheel. They mad, I'm too solid, circle tight, yeah, vacuum seal. No, they want my life, I ain't worried, I got rank for real. I got real soldiers, kill for me, nigga, watch yourself. They say you been in beast mode lately, you is not yourself. When you dropping that fire, precious minds, they inquiring. They can't stop what's coming, but I see them conspire. Cross the line, them firing. This bitch here, finna break the spin. No kindness, I don't trust you, circle small. You can keep your features. Me and my niggas don't keep no secrets. In the field like Jeepers Creepers, say they want some smoke, dawg. So I brought these chimney sweeps. Coming like we coming, you can't even cap. These niggas don't run it like we running, bitch, don't even start. Bitch, I'm with my niggas till the end, till death do us part. So if you wanna leave, you can leave, bitch. Bless your heart, find me. I ain't show no mercy, we gon' show them boy what time it is. I pop out like I'm Samuel, I got time to kill. Haters thought I died, I survived. They don't know how I did it, got it out the mud, straight to glory. They don't know how I feel. He nice, but he don't show them skills, how I show them skills. He ride, but he don't work the wheel, how I work the wheel. Ooh, I got him made, circle tight, yeah, vacuum seal. I heard they want my life, I ain't worried, I got rate for real. Take over in effect, yeah, I'm fully focused. You might not see it on me, just know it's women, that bitch fully loaded. Ooh, yeah, we up and rolling. Told him I need major motion. Think I'm joking, I'ma school them niggas like they baby Jody. Got it out the dust, now I'm too clean, don't know why they hate me. What you want out life, dawg? Guns to butter, baby boy. You PK top, dawg. Certified road runner. I'ma turn that Ecoline van to a damn tank. I got choppers stashed in that attic like they Anne Frank. They had that shit on lock till I snapped on them like bolt cutters. You cannot play both sides, gotta choose your colors. See him throwing that one up with that W, that's my blood, bro. Fine in. I ain't show no mercy, I'm gon' show them boy what time it is. I pop out like I'm Samuel, I got time to kill. Haters thought I died, I survived. They don't know how I did it, got it out the dust, straight to glory. They don't know how I feel. He nice, but he don't show them skills, how I show them skills. He ride, but he don't work the wheel, how I work the wheel. Ooh, I got him made, circle tight, yeah, vacuum seal. Said they want my life, I ain't worried, I got rank for real. Damn! Killing motherfuckers. Stand over him, shoot him in the face.